Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for the last year. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So we're in standard tuning for this, and we have a bunch of chords that we need for it, but let's break it down. Now, the introduction starts off with just a guitar strumming one chord. And that chord is an A major chord, which is an open A string, 2, 2, 2 on the D, G, B strings, and then an open E string. And what happens is, for that, we have 2 bars of it, kind of 8 counts, and we have this rhythm of which is the lower note, which is the bass note, the open A string, and then we're going back and forth with that and the rest of the chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I'm using upstrokes to really emphasize that chord. So get really used to that because we're going to see that through the majority of this song. So when the first verse properly kicks in, we start off with that A major chord. But quickly after, we turn to an A major 7, which is very similar, but we have an open A string, 2, 1, 2 on the B string, and then an open string. I can see that my hands are kind of getting in the way, so it's 2, 1, 2, then that open E string. So that is the A major 7. Then get rid of this pointy finger, and it turns into an A dominant 7, or A7 for short. And then the fourth chord we need, because there's a lot of chords, we have an D major 7, which is kind of like the A major chord, but the fingers drop down a string, which is open D string, 2, 2, 2 on the bottom 3 strings. So up to now we've got half of the first verse. There's a lot of chords, there's even more. So if you are interested in getting the chord chart for this, as well as a sheet of the chords and the lyrics matching up, let's say you want to sing and play along to it, then head on over to Patreon. There is a link to that in the description. Saves you from right now to potentially making a mistake or memorising it and forgetting some parts. And you can get it all over there, just a couple of dollars. More about that later. However, let's play the first part of the verse. So we have A major 7, A7, D major 7. That's the first half of the verse. The next half, we have a D minor chord, which is an open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B string, and 1 on the high E string. We play that for a bar. A major. Then we get to a chord of E7. Now on the track, she plays it a little bit more complicated than the version I'm going to show you. I'll show you both. The version that I think she plays, it is a 7 on the A string, 6 on the D, 7 on the G, a 5 on the B, and then an open E. It's a very strange shape. It's a C major with your little finger on. However, the version that I think is going to be the easiest is this version here. So you're going to have an open E string, 2 on the A string, an open D, 1 on the G, and then open strings after. That version's probably going to be the easiest. However, if you want to play it exactly like the track, try and use that version there. So what I'm going to do is play through the full verse once round. On the track it's actually twice, but for the sake of the video, let's do it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd love to say that the chorus is exactly the same thing, but there are even more chords, so yeah, it might be worth checking out that link to the Patreon chords. However, the chorus starts off with an E7 for 3 bars. 1, 2, 3, before going to A major, then D major 7, A major, D major 7, and then a new chord. We then have a B minor 7 chord, and to play that chord, we bar the 2nd fret from the A string down. We then get this finger on the D string, which is fret 4, and then this finger goes on fret 3 of the B string. And what happens is at that point in the song, you play B minor 7 for 2 bars. And then we have 2 bars of E7. And then finally, 2 bars of A major. And all of those chords will get you through the chorus. Right, so if you haven't passed out with the sheer amount of chords, then thankfully there's not much more going on in the song. There is loads of repetition. Looking over to my notes, we have a second verse straight after that chorus, exactly the same as the first chorus. We do that twice round. We then get to a chorus, which is exactly the same as the first chorus. There is then a bridge section, which is exactly the same as the verse. What you can do is, if you want to gently play the chords, 1, 2, 3, and sustain them, that'll work really well. However, if you want to keep that strumming pattern going lightly, then that'll provide a bit of difference just to make the guitar part sound even nicer. And then at the very, very end of the song, there is an A major chord, and that will end the song. So if you are interested in getting that extra content over on Patreon, then please do consider checking the link out in the description. And I'd like to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. So the moment this video goes live, they'll get the access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for the support, and thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.